analysis in your branch or in engineering. See, if you have any problem, you can chat in chat box. You can write your message in chat box for any technical problem also. Okay, so let us have one PPT regarding the applications of numericals. Okay. I think I'll have to, yes. Is it visible to all? Is the screen and PPT? Hello? Okay.
Yes, sir.
But I'm not able to see the screen. Okay, so just pin to my name, searching your presentation, you'll be able to see. Okay, thank you, Shweta.
सर जरा आपका आवाज कम आ रहा है तो
Now, hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is numerical methods first of all? Have you heard about the numerical or numerical method or numerical analysis anywhere before this? Yes.
Sir, can you tell one example so we get an idea?
Numerical is related to numbers, right? So I think 7th or 8th standard, you might have plot the graph using the numbers given or the points, isn't it? So there you are dealing with the points. Means if we have given a point, then we plot those points on a graph, and then by joining that graph or those points, we'll get a graph of maybe smooth function or the continuous function, right? So that is related to numerical, isn't it? But now, what is the application of this numerical, or what is the application of these methods, isn't it? Or the entire thing related to these points, or the theory related to points is called the numerical method, isn't it? And there are many more applications of this numerical method in engineering, isn't it? Even if we want to solve the integrals, we all know there are several methods to solve the integrals. Like if it is normal integral, then we have several formulas, standard formulas to evaluate the integral. But if it is not solvable using the standard formulas, then we might have to substitute in that integration to reduce into the small simple one, isn't it? And then using those standard formulas, we can evaluate it. And even if those integrals are not able to solve using the standard formulas, then you might have seen the types of integrals like beta and gamma functions in M2, isn't it? Using the reduction formulas, we can solve the integrals. So there are several methods to solve the integral, isn't it? But still, if we are not able to apply those methods, those standard formulas to any kind of integrations, just like suppose if I have given the integration suppose if I have given the integration of say sin x upon say 1 plus x square
Sir,
x.
still it is a bit low.
Voice?
Yes, sir. Bit.
Okay.
Sir, your mic goes away, so it is very.
Actually, it is loose. Okay, I'll hold like this. Okay, so if the given integration is complicated like this, then we are not able to use those standard formulas to evaluate this integration, or even we cannot use the reduction also, isn't it? It is just like a combination of a trigonometric, then polynomial, isn't it? Then how do we solve still such integrations? So there we need the help of numerical, isn't it? So that is why numerical integration is of great importance in engineering. Are you getting my point? So let us say this PPT. What is the numerical methods? A numerical method is a complete and definite set of procedures for the solution of a problems. Is it? Together with the computable errors estimates. Of course, since we are in numerical, we are dealing with the points. There must be some error, but that error, if we minimize that error, then the value of the integration or the value of that problem will be very near to the exact value, isn't it? The study and the implementation of such methods is the province of numerical analysis or numerical methods, isn't it? So these are the methods. These some of the methods we are having in our syllabus. That is bisection method we don't have, but these are the methods. Newton-Raphson method also is there. Iterative method, that is, but that is not in our syllabus. But you should know. I think this method is there in civil engineering syllabus. But as far as the gate examination concerned, these questions on these methods will be asked. So you have to prepare these methods while preparing for the gate examinations. But for this M3, Newton-Raphson method is not there. There are some iteration methods we are having. Then Newton's forward and backward interpolations we are having in our syllabus. Gauss-Seidel method is not there in your syllabus. Even curve fitting is method is also not there in your syllabus. But you should know all these things, isn't it? So applications. Usually, these numerical methods are used in computer science for root algorithm, and you also having some subjects from the computer science like OOPS, is it, which is completely programming based, or such. In such subjects, there will be an application of numerical analysis or numerical methods. Isn't it? Just like when we are giving some inputs to the calculator, isn't it? How it is evaluating? Just like suppose if I want to find the e raised to the value of e raised to 10, is it, or e raised to 100? How, when I'm giving the input as 100 or exponential raised to 100, how that calculator calculating the value of that e raised to 100, isn't it? So the logic behind that is numerical methods, isn't it? Numerical methods are used, or it is used to determine profit and loss in the companies. Used to multi-dimensional root finding, solving practical technical problems using scientific and mathematical tools. Network simulation. So this is very important application in your branch, network simulation. Train and traffic signals. Here also the numerical methods are used. Even weather prediction, weather forecasting, in that for the analysis of weather prediction, the numerical methods are used. Even in build-up of algorithm, numerical methods are used. Numerical methods in photography, is it? You can see here the picture is a bit blur, isn't it? So how it captures exactly, how the camera captures that by collecting all those pixels, isn't it? And the collection of all those pictures in a single form, you get a clear picture. Maths and crime, deblurring in a number plate, is it? Deblurring in the number plate. There also we can use the numerical analysis. A short crime stories, Rana robs a bank, escapes in a gateway car. Admission. Okay, huh. Find a model of blurring process. So this is a problem actually, and this is a solution to that problem. So first of all, we have to find a model of that blurring process, blurring function as an original image, then blurring formula. This is blurring formula, isn't it? And then when we give the input to that formula, as output will be as a solution, we can say. You can see these are the applications examples. So there are several applications of these numerical methods, isn't it? You might be dealing these applications in our in your day-to-day life later, but you should know. Okay, so let us start with the first point, that is first of all let me so we are going to discuss this whole unit in three main important parts. First of all, interpolation. Okay, then second is numerical differentiation, and the third is integration, and one more fourth point is there, that is solution of this actually that fourth point is the application of these numerical methods to solve the differential equation. So even we are going to solve the differential equation using the numerical techniques. So you can correlate these things while solving the differentiation. We need the differential equation since solving the electrical circuit, isn't it? So in solving the electrical circuit, ultimately we are using the numerical methods, as we are using numerical methods to the solution of differential equation, isn't it? I hope you are able to recall the things we have discussed in numerical, isn't it? We have used the we have discussed the things in differential equations, isn't it? We have used the differential equations to solve the mainly to solve the electric circuit, isn't it, in your branch? So we are going to discuss these applications of numerical methods to solve the differential equations by various methods in numerical in the last as application. But before that, let's start with the basic things. First of all, polynomial approximation, isn't it? Before actually start with this polynomial approximation, let me ask you, if we have given the 2 points, suppose, and if I want to find, suppose if I have these 2 points, okay, in my hand, let's say the coordinate of this point is x1 and y1, okay, and the coordinate of this point is x2 and y2, okay. I have these points, say 1 2 and 3 4, suppose, and if I want to get a point in between these two, isn't it? Can you tell me the point in between these two?
Midpoint formula or section formula.
But that in that formula you can guess if you are viewing this curve as a straight line, isn't it? I'm not saying this curve or the curve joining these 2 points as a straight line. If it is straight line, then definitely we'll get any point in between these two. But we don't know whether it is a straight line or any curve, isn't it? So we cannot guess a point. Suppose if this is a curve joining these 2 points, then there are infinitely many points on the curve as a point in between these 2 points, isn't it? Are you getting my point? So if
Yes,
I want,
sir.
if in particular I'm asking about this point and you are completely unaware about this curve, then you'll not be able to answer my question, isn't it? So if you have
Yes.
only these 2 points, and if I want to get this point from you, then you cannot answer without knowing this curve. So what I want to say, that this curve is very important, or the curve joining these 2 points is very important. So that is what we are doing in the interpolation technique, actually, isn't it? So this interpolation is about the guessing of curves. If we have a number of datas in terms of points, or that is called the discrete data, isn't it? And if I want to get any point in between the 2 points, any observation in between the 2 observation, then there I can use the interpolation technique, isn't it? what I'm doing in interpolation technique, I'm collecting the whole data as a function, isn't it? And I'm trying to guess the nature of that function, graph of that function. All right. And if I get once that function, then now I can say, yeah, the point or the observation corresponding to this will be this. If I once I have this graph, then I can say the observation corresponding to this will be this, is it? So exactly I can say this will be the observation. All right. So there we are using the interpolation technique and the polynomial approximation. So what the
सर
polynomial
थोड़ा कम आ रहा है, मतलब बहुत कम आ रहा है अभी.
Okay, polynomial approximation. When we have function y equal to f of x in the form of set of values, okay, y equal to, just like in 7 or 8 standard, if we have given a point, we are plotting a graph, isn't it? So if we have a points only, okay, then from those points, when we plot those points on a graph paper and when we join all those points, then we'll get a graph. That graph is nothing but y as a function of x, or y equal to f of x. Just like y equal to x, or y equal to x square, or y equal to x cube, or y equal to x plus x square, isn't it? In this way, we can give the name to that graph. Okay, so when we have such function in the form of points, then we consider function y equal to f of x in the form of polynomial. Okay, but we cannot consider such polynomial arbitrarily. We have to exactly get that polynomial. How to get such polynomial? Using the technique of interpolation. For given, suppose such that x naught, y naught, x1, y1 are the points satisfying this polynomial. Okay, for given 2 points, x naught, y naught, and x1, y1, we find a polynomial of degree 1, such that y equal to a naught plus a1x. Is it okay now? Am I audible clearly? Y equal
Yes,
to a
sir,
naught
sir.
plus a1x.
In
Yes.
between only your voice get low. So
Okay. Might be because of this mic.
yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
can
Yes,
you
sir.
please hold on?
Okay.
Sorry, sir,
No
to
problem.
disturb.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for given any 2 points, x naught, y naught, and x1, y1, this will be the polynomial joining these 2 points. I don't know whether this polynomial, okay, here I can guess that as it is linear polynomial, and we know the linear polynomials are representing the equation of what? Yes. What is the graph of this? Can we guess the graph of linear polynomials? It will be a,
Straight line.
exactly, it will be a straight line. If it is a quadratic polynomial like this, then that will be a
Curve,
parabolic. Isn't it?
parabola.
Parabola. If it is cubic, then that will be just like
Tan,
yes,
tan का graph.
tan. So for 3-point joining, we'll get a quadratic. For 4 points, we'll get a cubic, and so on. Isn't it? So uh, Taylor series expansion of function fx around a point x is equal to x naught in the interval a and b is given by this. I hope you have studied about the Taylor series and Maclaurin series. Do you know about Taylor's and Maclaurin series? You might have discussed in M1 or M2, or even in 12th
Yes,
also.
sir.
Ah, sir. M2,
So
sir.
yes, exactly. If we have given any point, any function actually, then we can represent that function in terms of infinite terms, and that is called a Taylor's series expansion. That means what we are doing, we are expanding that function around a particular point, that x naught, isn't it? And we are writing that function as a sum of infinite points, and then that nth term of that summation will be the error, that is called the truncation error, right? So that is the remainder term, and this is a Taylor series expansion. Fx is equal to f of x naught plus x minus x naught f dash of x naught, and so on. Now this is the main point. Interpolating polynomial. So actually, the two main interpolating polynomials we are going to discuss: Lagrange's and numerical interpolation. The Lagrange's and Newton's interpolation. Okay, these are the two main methods we are going to discuss here. There are several methods also, but mainly these two methods we are going to discuss. In earlier pattern, 2015 pattern, this Lagrange's method is very important. There was a compulsory question on this method for 4 marks. Okay, obtain the Lagrange's interpolation like this. So what is the Lagrange's interpolation? First of all, interpolation means what? The representation of discrete data in terms of function is called the interpolation, isn't it? So if we have the uh, data in terms of points, isn't it? Then getting function using those points is called the interpolation. So the Lagrange's interpolation, the definition of Lagrange's interpolation is Lagrange's interpolating polynomial through the set of points xi, yi, where I runs from 0 to n is given by this summation Pn of x, where Pn is the polynomial of degree n, and that is actually the Lagrange's interpolating polynomial of degree n, okay, which is summation yi li of x, where I runs from 0 to infinity, 0 to n, not infinity. This is a finite polynomial. जब भी मैं किसी finite summation की बात करता हूँ, isn't it, with some increasing or decreasing powers of variable in it, then that will be a polynomial, isn't it? Polynomial will not have infinite terms. अगर किसी summation में infinite term है तो उसे क्या बोलते हैं? Series बोलते हैं, series. But if we have finite terms in addition, then that is called a polynomial with some degree. Okay. So polynomial, or I can say the series with finite series, I can say. Okay, because sometimes that will be a Taylor series or Lorentz series or infinite series also. Okay. In polynomial, we're having the powers of variables as a decreasing and or in increasing form. So this is a Taylor's, this is a Lagrange's interpolation. When I open this summation from 0 to n, then for I equal to 0, what I'll have? Y naught L naught of x. Actually, this L naught of x is a function of x or Li of x. So y naught L naught plus y1 L1 plus y2 L2 plus and so on yn Ln is Lagrange's interpolation. Okay, or Lagrange's interpolating polynomial. So this is a question, first of all. Find a Lagrange's interpolating polynomial passing through this set of points. So we have given how many points here? 3 points, 0, 4, 1, 3 and 2, 6. Okay, 3 points we are having. So we have to get the polynomial passing through these 3 points. Okay, and that polynomial is called, or if we are using the polynomial Lagrange's interpolation, then this will be the Lagrange's interpolating polynomial. Okay. And then with the help of that polynomial, find the value of y when we substitute x is equal to 1.4. Okay. Differentiate that y at this point. What will be the value of dy by dx? Then what is the value of this integration from 0 to 3? See, all these 3 things are related to y only, or that Lagrange's interpolating polynomial only. So once we have this y equal to, actually this Pn of x is nothing but y. Huh? So y equal to summation yi li, or it is also called Pn of x. So we'll start with the Lagrange's interpolating polynomial. Lagrange's interpolating polynomial is y equal to y naught L naught plus y1 L1 plus yn Ln. Now you might be thinking about these Li's. What are these Li's and how do we get the values of these Li's? Because here we are having the values of y naught, y1, y2 and so on, and even we have the values of x naught, x1, x2 also, but we don't have given the values of this L naught, L1, L2. So that is what the main point in this Lagrange's interpolation, to get the values of these Li's. Okay, these Li's are called the Lagrange's polynomials. So how to get the values of these Lagrange's polynomial? Okay, that is the main point. So this is a formula to find the Lagrange's polynomials. Suppose if I want to find the value of L naught of x, so how do I write the expression for L naught? Okay, so the numerator will be x minus x1 into x minus x2 into and so on x minus xn, and while writing the denominator I just have to replace this x by x naught into the numerator we get the denominator. Okay, let me explain on the screen. So the formula for L naught of x, why it is x? Because it will be a function of x. So L naught of x का formula क्या होगा? First of all, see, first of all, I have the points x. I have the points x naught and the corresponding y naught. Okay, this is the first point. Then x1 and corresponding y1 and so on. Okay, now with the help of this, I'll have to find the expression for L naught, L1, L2 and so on according to my requirement. See, whatever doubt you're having, you can type your doubt in chat box. I'll answer your doubt. You might be thinking about up to how many terms I'll have to write this Lagrange interpolating polynomial, up to 3 term, 4 term, or up to n term. I'll have to find this expression. Okay, that is again depends on the number of points given. I'll discuss, but if you have a doubt, then I'll discuss. Okay, so the expression for L naught of x will be, or Li of x. I think I should discuss for Li of x only in general. Okay, let me discuss for Li, then you can generalize that. Li, where I runs from 0 to n. Okay, so Li of x, that will be in the form of numerator upon denominator. Is it clear? So first of all, how to write numerator, and accordingly how do I write denominator? That is the main thing. Okay, so the formula for that will be equals to, see, as it is I, so I'll have to write numerator start from, right from x naught, x minus x naught, x minus x naught into x minus x1, x minus x1 and so on. अब आप i minus 1 तक जाओगे, एंड जब i आएगा तब आपको उस i को स्किप करना है इन न्यूमरेटर. मतलब आप, you cannot write x minus xi there. Then you can write x minus xi plus 1, I plus 2 up to x minus xn. But you have to skip this I term from the numerator. Are you getting my point? This is a very important thing.
Yes, sir.
You have to skip this item from the numerator. Okay, and while writing denominator, you just have to replace this x in every bracket by xi. So since we are writing for I, how will I write? Xi minus x naught, xi minus x naught, then xi minus x1. This is I, okay? X minus xi minus x1, then xi minus x2. Okay, and when, see, now since we haven't considered ith term, because if it is x minus xi, then in numerator when I replace x by xi, then what it will be there? Xi minus xy. So that will be 0. So therefore the complete Li of x will be infinite, is it? And we are trying to get the finite expression, finite function. So that is why we have to skip that ith term from the numerator, isn't it? So accordingly, when I write the expression for Li, you can see the formula. I'll start with x minus x1, because if I write, I'll have to skip x naught ना, because x0 को मुझे skip करना है. अगर मैं उसको include करता हूँ, then I'll get the infinite expression. So I'll have to start with x1. So x minus x1, x minus x2, and up to x minus xn by skipping x minus x naught only. And now while writing the denominator, just replace this x by x naught. So x naught minus x1, x naught minus x2, and so on, x naught minus xn. And similarly, for L1, what will the numerator? X minus, I'll have to start with x naught now, x minus x naught. Then x minus x1 term will not be there. Are you getting my point? x minus x1 term in L1 will not be there. Similarly, x minus x2 term will not be there in L2. Similarly, x minus x3 term will not be there in L3, and so on. Is there any doubt while writing these formulas? Please ask or simply type no in chat box. Everyone. Any doubt? Okay, fine. So since I have given
No,
these
sir.
points x0, y0, x1, y1, x2, y2, first of all, here you can see on the right hand side, there is a discussion about only xi's, not yi's. So just substitute xi's into the right hand side of these li's. Okay, substitute x1, x2, xn, substitute x0, x1, x0, x2, and so on into these li's and get the values of these li's, L0 of x, L1 of x, L2 of x, and so on. So for this particular example, suppose how many yi's I'm having or how many xi's I'm having, x naught. Always remember I'll have to start from x naught. This is x naught, this is x1, and this is x2. Okay, though I'm having three observations, but the name of those three are what? X naught, x1, and x2. Most of the students are confused, isn't it? वो इसको x1 बोलते हैं, इसको x2 and इसको x3 बोलते हैं. So don't get confused here. Always start with x0, x1, and x2. Okay. So since I'm having x0, x1, x2, x minus x3 term will not be there, na? Okay. Or first of all, up to what expression or how many terms I'll have to consider in Lagrange's interpolating polynomial? Can you guess?
Sir, number of points given.
नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स गिवन ऐसे बोल सकते हो, लेकिन 3 पॉइंट्स गिवन है तो मैं तीन टर्म तक जाऊंगा, ऐसे बोल रहे हो आप?
हाँ सर.
Correct, because here y0, y1, and y2. So y0 l0 plus y2 l2 plus y1 l1 plus y2 l2, isn't it? Y3 is not there, isn't it? So y3 l3 will not be there, and so on. तो जितने आपके पास पॉइंट्स है उतने आपको टर्म्स कंसीडर करना है लैग्रेंज इंटरपोलेटिंग पॉलिनोमियल में, एंड उतने ही आपको एलआईज फाइंड आउट करना है. Okay, so since here I'll be having 3 points, so 3 LIs I'll be having, L0, L1, and L2. So I'll have to calculate the expression for 3 LIs. Okay, so here for this particular example, L0 of x will be x minus x1 and x minus x2. Okay, so I'm having x1 and x2. You can see here x1 is 1 and x2 is 2. All right. So I'll substitute x1, x2, x0, x1, x0, x2, and so on, and then I'll simplify this expression, which will be a function of x. You can see here. Similarly, L1 of x, similarly L2 of x, on simplifying this, and then we substitute these expressions L0, L1, L2 into Lagrange's interpolation. Okay, and then by collecting the like terms means जो लीनियर है x की पावर 1 है उनको मैं कलेक्ट करूंगा, x की पावर 2 अगर हो तो वो सारे टर्म मैं एक ब्रैकेट में लिखूंगा. सो सबको कलेक्ट करके एक कंप्लीट पॉलिनोमियल मिलेगा आपको, दैट विल बी अ Lagrange's interpolating polynomial like this. So here when I collect all those li's along with yi's also, you can see here it is not just the collection of li's, it is a collection of yi into li. So y0, l0, y0 मेरे पास क्या है 4, so 4 into l0, then 3 into 4 into l0, 3 into l1, and 6 into l2, like this. Okay, when I substitute into this and by simplifying I'll get this as a Lagrange's interpolating polynomial. Now for any given x I can get the value of y. Are you getting my point? So whenever, now see here, since I'm having this expression y equal to this 2x square minus 3x plus 4, so if I want to get the value in between these 2 points, what is the value of y for say 0.9? So I can find now, na? When I substitute x is equal to 0.9 into this, I'll get the value of y, corresponding value of y. Are you getting my point? If you want to find even the value, if you want to find even the value at x is equal to 100, then also you can easily find by substituting x is equal to 100 into this. So that is what the main application of this Lagrange's interpolating polynomial. By discrete data, you can approximate that data into a function like this by Lagrange's interpolating or by interpolation, and then you can get any observation corresponding to any point. This is very important. Just like in weather forecasting, if we have the temperature between the different 2 points, and if you want to find the temperature in between, then you can use this technique, isn't it? By approximating those discrete data to a function, and then you can approximate the any point in between, like this. Now we have asked to find the value of y at particular given x is equal to 1.5. So what we'll have to substitute? We have to substitute x is equal to 1.5 into this. I'll get y, that is 4. Even we have asked the value of dy by dx as at x is equal to 0.5. तो आपको y को डिफरेंशिएट करना है, उसमें x is equal to सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दो. Similarly, integration of y from 0 to 3. So आप integrate करो y को from 0 to 3. That will be the required answer. Okay. So is there any doubt with the Lagrange interpolation and its application?
No, sir. No.
This is very important and very easy. Okay. Okay, now this was asked in November 15 for 4 marks. Find the Lagrange interpolating polynomial. Now you can easily solve this, isn't it? Here the tedious work is what? Simplifying these polynomials, isn't it? If the number of points are given large, then we'll have to multiply these brackets like this. Here the 3 brackets means cubic polynomial will be there, right? So इसमें इतना ही है. So corresponding to this data, the Lagrange interpolating polynomial will be this. Okay, so we'll have to find the values of L0, L1, L2, L3, and then substitute into this expression. That will be y0, y1, y2, y3. We're having this y0, y1, y2, y3. Let's substitute all this. We'll get the required expression. Just like you can see this example, given this data we are having, and find the value of this square root of 1.1 using the Lagrange interpolating polynomial. Determine. See, we all know the square root of 4 or square root of perfect numbers. But if we have square root, if we have the non-perfect number, then how do I get the square root of those numbers? So this is one of the technique. This is not only the technique to find the square root of those non-perfect numbers, but that is one of the technique. And very easy also. So if I have the observations like this, x is equal to 1 का square root 1 है, 1.2 का ये है, 1.3 का ये है, 1.4 का ये है. तो how do I find the value or square root of 1.1 using these points or the observations? So first of all, I'll approximate these observations to the Lagrange interpolating polynomial. I'll find the function of y, okay, in terms of x, and then I'll substitute x is equal to 1.1 into that. I'll get the required expression. So here y equal to L0, y0 L0, y1 L1, y2 L2, and so on, y3 L3. So here I directly written this. That's easy. You'll get y at x is equal to 1.1 to be this. You can check it using the calculator also. It will give the similar value, isn't it? Why the similar? Because it depends again on the how many digits you are considering. Now the next point is finite for differences and difference operators, which is very important point again. There are several difference operators, and with the help of these operators, we are going to define further terminologies like the second interpolation. we are going to discuss as a numerical, Newton's interpolating polynomial. So to discuss about Newton's interpolating polynomial, will require these difference operators. So what is the difference operator? The word meaning of difference operator is it is showing something difference, isn't it? So there are several operators. So first operator is forward difference operator, and this is symbol of forward difference operator. It is denoted by delta. Delta is a forward difference operator in numerical. What is the definition of forward difference operator? It is when I operate this delta onto a function fx, what it does, it it shifts the function, or it is the actually difference of f of x plus h and f of x. Is it? Delta of f of x is f of x plus h minus f of x. So in geometrical language, I can say when I shift this f of x by h, whether h is positive or negative accordingly the horizontal shifting, isn't it? I have discussed, I think, the rules of shifting according to the uh, dependent variable or independent variable, isn't it? If there is a change in dependent, then there will be the horizontal shifting, and if there is a change in independent variable like y, then there will be a vertical shifting, isn't it? So here the change is in x, that means independent variable, isn't it? So there will be a horizontal shift. So इसको मैं कैसे कहूंगा? f of x plus h minus f of x, isn't it? तो आपको फंक्शन को शिफ्ट करना है हॉरिजॉन्टली, एंड देन ओरिजिनल फंक्शन को आपको उसमें से सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है. दैट विल बी द फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस ऑपरेटर. अगर fx को मैं y बोलता हूँ, then f of x plus h will be y1,
Y plus.
or shifting of y by h quantity, isn't it? So y1 minus y, isn't it? Or we can say yr minus r will be the shifting by step length of r, I can say. Okay. Is there any doubt with the definition of forward difference operator? So for
सर
हाँ
थर्ड
एग्जांपल से
सर थर्ड स्टेप कैसे है वो बताओ.
कौन सा थर्ड स्टेप इसमें बोल रहे हो आप?
हाँ ये
नहीं, देखते हैं पहले तो.
एक्सपेंशन
हाँ
x
पहले तो
plus 2h minus f of x.
अच्छा, एक मिनट. x plus 2h इसमें बोल रहे हो आप? हाँ उसको तो मैं डिस्कस करूंगा. पहले तो डेफिनेशन में किसी को डाउट है? सो बेसिकली डेल्टा ऑफ एफ एक्स क्या होता है? डेल्टा ऑफ एफ एक्स will be equals to f of x plus h. कौन है भाई वो? f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay. So now tell me, when I operate this delta onto, अगर मैं fx equals to function लेता हूँ, very simple function x, then what will be delta fx? जल्दी से कैलकुलेट करो. What will be delta of f of x? First, डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स क्या होगा? ये डेफिनेशन अप्लाई कर दो उसको. तो डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स विल बी, यस, एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच क्या होगा? एक्स प्लस एच, राइट, माइनस एफ ऑफ एक्स. तो एफ ऑफ एक्स का वैल्यू क्या है? एक्स. तो ये एक्स एंड एक्स विल गेट कैंसल. डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स विल बी एच. तेजस, प्लीज म्यूट योर माइक. जस्ट a minute. Okay, h. Now when I operate this delta onto x square, then what will be the value of this? Tell me, what will be the value of delta of x square? क्या होगा? ये मेरा फंक्शन है, x square is my function. So what will be f of x plus h? Yes, x plus h का
x plus h whole square.
whole square, isn't it? माइनस एफ ऑफ एक्स, तो एफ ऑफ एक्स क्या है, एक्स स्क्वायर, तो पहले तो इसको ओपन कर दो ये ब्रैकेट को, एक्स प्लस एच का होल स्क्वायर क्या हो जाएगा, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस टॉइस एच एक्स प्लस एच स्क्वायर, तो एक्स स्क्वायर कैंसिल हो जाएगा, क्या बचेगा 2xh प्लस एच स्क्वायर, क्लियर। तो ये हो गया आपका डेल्टा ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर। इज देयर एनी डाउट विद द डेफिनेशन नाउ, फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस ऑपरेटर?
No,
Okay,
no, sir.
now with the help of the same definition, if I want to find a second order forward difference operator, पहले तो फर्स्ट ऑर्डर क्या है, डेल्टा ऑफ एफ एक्स विल बी एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच माइनस एफ ऑफ एक्स, इज इट। तो डेल्टा स्क्वायर एफ एक्स को मैं क्या बोलूंगा, ऐसे लिख सकता हूँ ना, डेल्टा स्क्वायर ऑफ
Delta squared
डेल्टा स्क्वायर को मैं कैसे लिखूंगा, डेल्टा
of
इंटू डेल्टा,
x plus
राइट।
h.
तो डेल्टा
Why?
है
Just
ना,
something.
राइट, वन डेल्टा में बाहर ले रहा हूँ, तो पहले तो मैं इसको ऑपरेट करूंगा, इसको यूज करूंगा। सो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स, इट इज डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स इज फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस ऑपरेटर, इट इज एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच माइनस एफ ऑफ एक्स, एंड ये डेल्टा फिर से इन दोनों के ऊपर ऑपरेट करता हूं मैं, तो डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच माइनस डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स। अभी फिर से फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस ऑपरेटर का डेफिनेशन यूज करो, तो अभी मेरे पास कौन सा फंक्शन है, एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच है ना, जस्ट ऑपरेट डेल्टा ऑन टू दिस एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच एंड टेल मी। विक्रम अनम्यूट योर माइक प्लीज, विक्रम गर्जे,
Sir,
जस्ट अ मिनट आयुष, विक्रम गर्जे, हेलो विक्रम,
yes sir.
हाँ हाँ, व्हाट विल बी द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस डेल्टा ऑफ एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच,
uh,
just write on a paper and then tell me.
yes sir.
Apply the definition of forward difference operator. Everyone please write on a paper the value of delta of f of x plus h. You can answer in chat box or
Sir, वो x plus 2h आएगा क्या? f of x plus 2h minus delta f of x plus h. Hello, Shreyas. थोड़ा
हाँ बोल। यस सर।
yes सर डेफ झाले सर.
सर गेलेत रे. हा
हा
थांब एक मिनिट, सरांना मेसेज टाकतो. केलंय, टाकलंय मेसेज, बघू आता काय होतं.
ओके.
Hello. Hello.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Is screen visible?
No, no.
नो सर.
Oh, sorry. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Actually, I was unaware
Yes sir.
that I was getting disconnected. Anyways, so the delta of f of x plus h is f of x plus 2h minus f of x plus h, and minus delta of f this fx. So that will be f of x plus h minus fx. तो अगर मैं ये माइनस साइन में अंदर मल्टीप्लाई करता हूँ तो माइनस एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच माइनस एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच विल बी 2 times f of x plus h, isn't it? And minus fx. So therefore, what will the value of delta square? Delta square will be this f of x plus 2h minus 2 times f of x plus h plus f of x plus h. F of x. Is it okay now, everyone? So that is the value of actually second order forward difference operator. ये हो गया फर्स्ट ऑर्डर, ये हो गया सेकेंड ऑर्डर, एंड सो ऑन. तो इसी तरह से हम डेल्टा क्यूब, डेल्टा रेज टू 4, डेल्टा रेज टू n का वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करेंगे. इज देयर एनी डाउट विद दिस?
No, sir.
नो नो सर.
So the question will be asked on this, like you'll be given the values of y1, y2, yn. जैसे कि एक बार मैं बोर्ड पे डिस्कस करता हूँ. Suppose if we have y1 or y0, okay, y1, y2, and so on, y3 suppose, okay, and if I ask to find the value of delta y2, तो डेल्टा y2 क्या होगा, आप बता सकते हो? डेल्टा y2 will be basically yi is nothing but what, or y is nothing but what, f of x, right? Y is it clear? Y is f of
Y3 minus
Yes, sir.
Y2.
y2 is what, y3 minus y2, exactly. Because मैं क्या करता हूँ, पहले तो मैं इसको डिस्कस करता हूँ. y is f of x, isn't it? तो corresponding to x0 मेरा y क्या होगा, y0, right? Corresponding to x1 मेरा y क्या होगा, y1. Corresponding to x2 मेरा y क्या होगा, y2, isn't it? तो मैं इसको शिफ्ट कर रहा हूँ, x0 को शिफ्ट कर रहा हूँ मैं कितने लेंथ से, एक 1 लेंथ से, isn't it? 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, एकदम. तो अकॉर्डिंगली किस में शिफ्ट हो रहा है, y में शिफ्ट हो रहा है. अगर मैं x0 को 1 से शिफ्ट करता हूं तो क्या हो जाएगा, x1 हो जाएगा, राइट? तो y में क्या चेंज होगा, y0 में, y0 विल बी y1. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? इज इट? तो एक से शिफ्ट हो रहा है. आई डोंट नो वेदर इट इज लेफ्ट शिफ्ट और राइट शिफ्ट, बट दैट विल बी जस्ट शिफ्टिंग. दैट इज डिपेंड्स ऑन द क्वांटिटी ऑफ शिफ्टिंग और द डायरेक्शन ऑफ शिफ्टिंग, इज इट? सो हियर फॉरवर्ड वैल्यू क्या होगा मेरा, आगे जाके मुझे पीछे वाले को सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है. जस्ट लाइक डेल्टा ऑफ एफ एक्स को मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच, तो मैं एच स्टेप आगे जाके पीछे वाले एफ एक्स को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहा हूँ. दैट इज द डेल्टा. तो डेल्टा y2 क्या होगा आगे जाके, मतलब y3 के पास जाके मैं y2 को सबट्रैक्ट कर दूंगा. सो y3 माइनस y2. इज इट क्लियर टू एवरीवन? दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल्टा y2. तो एक्स ऐसे क्वेश्चंस कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम में पूछते हैं कि you'll be given y naught y i's, isn't it, and they will ask the value of this delta y2 or even delta square y2 also, delta square y2. तो आप बताओ डेल्टा स्क्वायर y2 का वैल्यू क्या होगा? डेल्टा स्क्वायर y2 तो नहीं होगा एक्चुअली, डेल्टा स्क्वायर y1 होगा. आप
सर डेल्टा इंटू डेल्टा वाई और फिर डेल्टा वाई जो आएगा मतलब वाई वन, अच्छा वाई टू माइनस डेल्टा ऑफ वाई टू माइनस डेल्टा
नहीं
ऑफ
डायरेक्टली
डेल्टा.
डायरेक्टली वी हैव सीन द एक्सप्रेशन, दिस एक्सप्रेशन ना, इसको सिंप्लीफाई
यस
करके. तो डायरेक्टली यू कैन यूज दैट एक्सप्रेशन एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस 2h. तो y1 से 2 स्टेप आगे कौन है? एक स्टेप आगे तो y2 है, राइट?
थ्री.
तो 2 स्टेप आगे कौन है? 3. सो
y3
y3 माइनस मिडल में कौन है? टॉइस, वही है ना,
माइनस
टॉइस
टू
एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लस एच,
2
राइट?
हाँ ट्वाइस
हाँ, तो कौन होगा फिर यहाँ? माइनस 2
वाई
टाइम्स
टू
यस
वाई टू
y y2
Y2.
वाई
एंड
टू
प्लस प्लस और माइनस, प्लस से है तो
माइनस सर माइनस
प्लस
प्लस
वाई
है ना,
वन
यस
प्लस
प्लस
प्लस y1.
माइनस माइनस
तो अभी तो मेरे पास ये सभी पॉइंट
माइनस
दिए
वाई
हैं,
वन
प्लस है,
प्लस है ना
प्लस है वो, यहाँ देखो प्लस है, क्योंकि अंदर जाके वो माइनस साइन मल्टीप्लाई होगा ना आयुष, सो दैट विल बी प्लस.
हाँ माइनस माइनस प्लस.
ओके, तो मेरे पास ये
यस
पॉइंट
सर
दिए
यस
हैं
सर
मुझे,
सॉरी
वाई
सर.
वाई वन वाई टू वाई थ्री, इजंट इट? तो इनको मैं सबको सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दूंगा, आई विल गेट द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस डेल्टा स्क्वायर वाई वन. आर यू गेटिंग? सो दिस इज हाउ द क्वेश्चन विल बी आस्क्ड इन MCQs or the competitive examinations. The expression for delta y1 or delta cube y1, delta raised to, or any order forward difference operator can be asked. You should know how to use the basic definition to get this, isn't it? You can easily derive this formula also once you know the basic definition. Once you know the basic definition, this you can derive the formula of any order using the basic definition only. Clear? If you ask to find the value of delta cube fx, then आपको इसी को 3 बार ऑपरेट करना है. तो पहले तो डेल्टा क्यूब इज नथिंग बट डेल्टा स्क्वायर इन ऑपरेटेड ऑन डेल्टा fx. तो डेल्टा fx का डेफिनेशन लिखो, उसके ऊपर अगेन डेल्टा स्क्वायर मतलब डेल्टा इंटू डेल्टा. तो ऐसे ऑपरेट करते जाओ तो you'll get combinedly an expression, isn't it, of delta cube. Similarly delta raised to 4 and so on. तो ऐसे ही करते जाना है आपको, you'll get the expression. तो ये है डेफिनेशन ऑफ फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस. इज देयर एनी डाउट विद द फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस ऑपरेटर? प्लीज आस्क. बहुत
सर
easy.
ये क्यूब का भी आ सकता है क्या?
हाँ आ
क्यूब
सकता है,
और
आ
फोर्थ
सकता है, आ
पावर.
सकता है, आ सकता है. आगे जाके हम क्या करने वाले हैं एक्चुअली, इसका एक शॉर्टेस्ट वे डिस्कस करने वाले हैं कि हाउ डू आई गेट द एक्सप्रेशन और द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल्टा क्यूब without actually finding this polynomial or this expression or this relation, isn't it? And that is again very easy. Let me discuss that example only and then we'll discuss with the next. Suppose this one, you can see the example. Prepare a forward difference table for this function y equal to, now here the function is given y equal to x. Even though the function is not given, then I can get this function using the Lagrange's interpolation polynomial. Are you getting my point? Using these points, but that will be lengthier one actually. There are I think 7 points, so 7 LIs आपको find out करने के, फिर multiplication वो बहुत काम होगा आपके लिए, ठीक है?
कॉम्प्लेक्स.
हाँ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होगा. तो ये देखो, ये x is equal to 0 1 6, ये क्या दिया है? Can you guess what is this? Actually
सर
ये 0 है, ये x नॉट है, एंड ये 6 है, ये फाइनल वैल्यू है x की, isn't it? एंड ये जो 1 है, इसका मीनिंग क्या है? ये h का वैल्यू एक्चुअली. दैट मीन्स you have to move from 0 to 6 with the difference of 1. तो 0 plus 1 will be 1, then 1 plus 1 will be 2, like this. Are you getting? So ये जो अंदर ब्रैकेट में रहेगा वो h रहेगा, लेंथ रहेगा, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर. तो अगर यहाँ 2 देते हैं तो आपके पॉइंट्स क्या होंगे? 0 plus 2, that is 2. 2 plus 2 4, देन 4 + 2 6। तो आपके पास टोटली कितने पॉइंट हो गए उस केस में? 0, देन 2, देन 4 एंड देन 6। 4 ही पॉइंट्स हो गए, राइट?
सर नहीं समझा, फिर से बता।
ये जो 1 है दैट इज अ लेंथ h। see here, let me
हाँ
explain on the board. अगर मुझे स्टार्टिंग पोजीशन मालूम है उसको मैं x नॉट बोलूंगा, राइट? एंड इफ h इज गिवन देन आई विल स्टार्ट विथ x नॉट। अगर h नहीं भी दिया है देन ऑल्सो आई कैन असाइन माई h एंड देन आई विल स्टार्ट विथ द इनिशियल पॉइंट। तो अगर h है तो x1 क्या होगा फिर? x1 विल बी x नॉट प्लस h। धीरे धीरे अटेंडेंस डिक्रीज हो रहा है, इज इट? फ्रॉम आई थिंक 50 to 37 आ गया है, अभी 36 हो गया। एनीवेज, सो x1 इज इक्वल टू x नॉट प्लस h। भूख लगी है शायद। x2 इज इक्वल टू
x नॉट
x
x1 plus
प्लस
h,
x1 प्लस h। लेकिन x1 क्या है? x नॉट प्लस h।
x naught
तो
plus h,
बेसिकली ये क्या हो जाएगा? x नॉट से
x naught plus 2h.
एग्जैक्टली
टू एच।
नॉट से 2 स्टेप आगे है, इसका मीनिंग ये है, is it? So every step, every point I can write in terms of the initial point, isn't it?
Sir, it is similar like EP, na?
It is similar like
Arithmetic
yes,
progression,
yes,
can we
yes,
say?
yeah, it is similar, isn't it? So here, this is the starting position x naught, and this is the final. So I'll start with x naught, okay? And actually, sorry, ये टेबल नहीं दिया है इस एग्जांपल में, सिर्फ इतना दिया है, प्रिपेयर फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस टेबल फॉर दिस फंक्शन विद दिस। तो इसका यूज करके मैंने पहले तो टेबल ऑब्टेन किया, क्लियर? तो टेबल कैसे लिखूंगा मैं, ये देखो, यहाँ एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ मैं, समझे? सो वॉट एवर माई फंक्शन इज गिवन y, सपोज एकदम सिंपल फंक्शन लेता हूँ मैं, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस एक्स लेता हूँ मैं, एंड आई स्टार्ट x varies say from 0 to 3 with the difference of 1. Is it clear? So I'll have to prepare a table first, table of values. तो ये मेरा x रहेगा, ये मेरा y रहेगा। तो I'll start with this x, वो है मेरा x नॉट। तो for x is equal to 0, what will be y? यहाँ मैं 0 सब्स्टिट्यूट करूंगा तो y will
जीरो।
be 0. For x will be next x क्या होगा मेरा? तो ये जो h है उसमें ऐड करूंगा, सो 0 + 1 विल बी 1। तो 1 के लिए y क्या होगा? 2, राइट? नेक्स्ट क्या होगा? 1 + 1। आप अगर यहाँ से नहीं समझ रहे हो तो यहाँ से समझो, ये 0 है मेरा, तो नेक्स्ट विल बी 0 + 1, तो मैं यहाँ आ गया। नेक्स्ट विल बी 1 प्लस फिर से 1, तो मैं यहाँ आ गया, दैट इज 2। 1 + 2 प्लस फिर से 1, सो दैट विल बी 3, तो मैं यहाँ आ गया, ठीक है? तो x = 1 के लिए 2 आ गया, x = 2 के लिए क्या आ जाएगा? 4 + 2 6, isn't it? x = 3 के लिए क्या आएगा? 11 आई थिंक, राइट?
9 + 3 12।
9 + 3 12, सॉरी 12। तो ये बन गया मेरा टेबल, isn't it? तो टेबल बन गया मतलब y0, y1, y2, y3, x0, x1, x2, x3, ये वैल्यूज है मेरे पास। तो विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस वैल्यूज आई हैव टू गेट द value of required thing whatever they have asked. Okay, so first of all I'll prepare a table like this. I hope it is visible. ये है
Yes, sir.
फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस टेबल। तो पहले तो मैं x के वैल्यूज लिखूंगा, सब जो दिया है, x = 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 6, and then whatever the values I got 5, 4, 9 I'll write here. Okay, and then ये है, ये जो फर्स्ट रो है डेल्टा y, देन डेल्टा स्क्वायर y, देन द डेल्टा क्यूब y एंड सो ऑन, ये है रो ऑफ फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस ऑर्डर्स। मतलब फर्स्ट ऑर्डर का ये टेबल है, ये सेकंड ऑर्डर का है, थर्ड ऑर्डर का, फोर्थ ऑर्डर का, फिफ्थ ऑर्डर का, सिक्स्थ ऑर्डर का। इसके आगे तो नहीं मिलेगा आपको क्योंकि आगे सब 0 है। एक्चुअली यहाँ फोर्थ ऑर्डर ही 0 आ रहा है, देखते हैं कैसे। ओके, तो while writing this column what I'll do, delta फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फॉरवर्ड क्या होता है, आगे वाले से पीछे वाले को सब्ट्रैक्ट करना। मतलब यहाँ कौन है, y1, ये आगे है, सो y1 से मैं y0 को सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दूंगा, दैट विल बी माय डेल्टा, इज इट? सो 4 माइनस 5 कितना होगा, -1, इज इट ओके? तो ये दोनों के बीच में लिखूंगा मैं यहाँ, मैं टेबल पे एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ बोर्ड पे, इज इट ओके? सो column of y xi's, column of y i's, column of delta y i's, similarly column of delta square second order forward difference and so on, okay? तो मैं, ये तो मेरे पास वैल्यूज है मेरे पास, ओके? तो मैं यहाँ ऑब्जर्वेशन कैसे लिखूंगा, ये है मेरा y0, ये है मेरा y1, ये है मेरा y2 सपोज, एंड सो ऑन, ये है मेरा y3। तो डेल्टा y1 क्या होता है, डेल्टा y0, इसके करस्पॉन्डिंग है ना डेल्टा y0, तो डेल्टा y0 क्या होता है, आपको अगर याद है तो डेल्टा y0 क्या होगा डेफिनेशन वाइज, y1 माइनस y0, राइट? y1 माइनस y0, इन दोनों का डिफरेंस यहाँ लिखूंगा मैं, ओके? देन डेल्टा y1 क्या होगा, इसके आगे का जो है उससे इसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है, तो इन दोनों का डिफरेंस में यहाँ लिखूंगा।
सर न्यूरल नेटवर्क बन रहा है।
हेलो,
हाँ सर, न्यूरल नेटवर्क बन रहा है
हाँ, यस यस करेक्ट,
काइंड ऑफ।
yes yeah, so delta y2 क्या होगा, I thought that network problem, anyways, so delta y2 will be y3 minus y2 and so on, समझ रहे हो आप लोग? हेलो, देन डेल्टा स्क्वायर विल बी
हाँ
ऐसे ही
सर।
रहेगा, डेल्टा स्क्वायर को मतलब, डेल्टा स्क्वायर के लिए बेसिक डेटा क्या है, डेल्टाज का डेटा है, इसी से मुझे डेल्टा स्क्वायर मिलेगा। तो डेल्टा स्क्वायर y0 क्या मिलेगा मुझे, इन दोनों का सब्ट्रैक्शन, ऐसे। डेल्टा स्क्वायर y1 क्या मिलेगा मुझे, इन दोनों का सब्ट्रैक्शन, ऐसे। फिर डेल्टा क्यूब को अगर मैं लिखूंगा तो कैसे लिखूंगा, डेल्टा क्यूब y0, y1 क्या, y क्या होगा, इनका सब्ट्रैक्शन, ऐसे ही करता जाऊंगा मैं जब तक मेरे पास सब फिनिश नहीं होता, जब तक 0 नहीं आता तब तक। सो with the help of these they might be asked the values of delta raised to any delta, any power of delta। so मुझे मालूम है कि मेरे पास अगर डेल्टा क्यूब का ऑर्डर 6 आ रहा है, isn't it? So what will the value of delta raised to 4? That will be 0. And if they ask the value of delta raised to 7, then now I can, without finding the value, I can guess that the value of delta raised to 7 or delta raised to 8 or delta raised to 9 will be 0, isn't it? तो ऐसे मैं find out करूँगा। So that is the very useful table, without actually finding the expressions for delta cube, delta raised to 4 and so on, I can get the values of these deltas, isn't it? So this is delta square y0, delta square y1, this is delta cube y0, delta cube y1 and so on, this is delta raised to 4 y0। हमेशा मैं y0 से ही स्टार्ट करूंगा, रिमेंबर, ओके? I hope everyone is clear with the table. Is there any doubt with the table? Please ask so that we can stop now.
नहीं सर, नहीं।
नहीं है ना?
नो सर।
ओके
सर बट वो इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स टेबल बनाना पड़ेगा सर एग्जाम में?
हाँ, if they ask the table or prepare a forward difference table like this, then आपको बनाना, एक्चुअली ये कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं है, दिख रहा है लेकिन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं है ये, कहाँ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है?
बट मतलब
सिंपल है, खाली
कैलकुलेशन बहुत है
टेबल
सर।
वर्टिकल में
कुछ नहीं कैलकुलेशन, अगर आपको सिर्फ इस पॉलिनोमियल से ये y के वैल्यूज फाइंड आउट करना है, वंस यू हैव दिस y ना, आपको यहीं से यही सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है ना। आपको क्या करना है, 4 माइनस 5 माइनस 1, 9 माइनस 4 5, 26 माइनस 9 17 लाइक दिस, फिर इन दोनों का सब्ट्रैक्शन ऐसे करता है। हार्डली 2 to 3 मिनट्स में आप इस टेबल को बना सकते हैं।
खाली वर्टिकल लिखने का है सर,
हाँ,
वो
वर्टिकल
टेबल।
लिखना है,
ओके सर।
हाँ ऐसा है। So actually in 2015 pattern there was no question on preparing the forward difference table, isn't it? Because that was very easy actually for 2 to 3 marks, that's why. But we are using this to find the Newton's interpolating polynomial, so that is why these applications of or discussion on these operators is very important. So this is the first operator, forward difference operator. Is it clear? In the next lecture we'll start with the next operator, that is backward. तो फॉरवर्ड में अब हम क्या करते हैं, आगे जाके पीछे वाले को सब्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं, राइट? तो बैकवर्ड में क्या करेंगे, यहीं से मैं पीछे वाले को सब्ट्रैक्ट करूंगा, इज इट? सो जस्ट लाइक द डेफिनेशन, डेल्टा एफ एक्स क्या होगा, एफ एक्स से पीछे वाले को सब्ट्रैक्ट करूंगा, एफ ऑफ एक्स माइनस एच, लाइक दिस। तो अगर मैं इसको मैं डेल बोलता हूँ, अगर उल्टा डेल्टा है तो उसको डेल बोलता हूँ। फॉरवर्ड बैकवर्ड डिफरेंस ऑपरेटर इज डिनोटेड बाय डेल एफएक्स। Okay, so we'll discuss it in detail in the next lecture. Thank you all. If you have any
Thank you,
doubt,
sir.
please get it clear
सर
later.
फॉरवर्ड आएगा तो ट्रायंगल आएगा ना?
Yes, forward आएगा तो
सीधा वाला
triangle.
ट्रायंगल.
Yeah,
हाँ सर चलेगा सर, थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, sir.
yeah.